Yeah, I was waiting for my train over at Jamaica train station, and it's also a hub for JFK. So all the pilots and stewardesses come through there, coming and going. So it's a great place to meet people who are in the flying business. You know, chemtrails. And so I've given information to all kinds of people, stewardesses, pilots, airline people just passing through, and I give them information, and most of them don't have a clue. They're flying up there in this shit for years, and they don't have a clue what is going on. I talked to a pilot today who knows very well what's going on. I asked him, "Have you ever heard of chemtrails?" And he said, "Yeah, I've heard of them." And so we started talking, and I gave him my card because I was all out of flyers. And I says, "They're using it for mind control." And he just kind of shook his head. He goes, "Yeah." And then we started talking. I went over and I started talking to him, and I says, "You know, there's just shit going on in this country you wouldn't believe." And he says, "I know." Those were his exact words. "I know." So they know what's going on too. And so I gave him the card. He says he's going to check it out. So, you know, people just don't have a clue how criminal our country is. People just trying to live their lives, even in the airline business. They don't have a clue what is being done around them and how poison. I mean, imagine the poison these bastards probably are experiencing flying through this shit. And my landlord's son, last night, told me that 3 people were poisoned in some airport in Florida. I don't know if they were handling this shit or what. I couldn't find it on the internet. I don't know where. But he just came back from the Bahamas, and maybe he heard something down there. But, so, there's shit going on. And he wouldn't go into too much detail, but, you know, when I told him, this pilot, I says, you know, there's shit going on, you just wouldn't believe. And he just said, "Yeah, I know." I know. So he's going to check into it. And I told him, I says, "You know, you pilots need to start to speak out." He says, "I know you got to be flying through this shit all the time." You know, he just kind of shook his head. Agreed. So I don't know. Just got to keep waking people up. That's all I can do. Oh, they were fucking with me so bad at work today. Fucking perps crawling out of every corner, every little. I mean, so much shit going on. They were mind controlling people, left, right, all over me. Just constant fucking harassment. Sirens, helicopters, police, fire trucks. Just, I get it all anyways, but it was especially intense tonight. And then I was at the library because I've been printing off these flyers for free. I've been allowed to get like 10 free flyers for free every time. Well, actually, I print off about 5 for free. You know, and it adds up. 5 a day. You know, 6 pages each flyer. And I just been giving them out little by little, waking people up. And all of a sudden, they cut it off. They stop allowing people to print out. They're charging me to do this shit. So I have to go out and buy a $300 printer, but I'm going to do it because it's that important. People need to have this information. I'm sure that was a mind control situation as well. There ain't nothing they can't fucking mind control now. And that's why they will not stop. They will not stop spraying chemtrails. It's going to take. We have to have a mass upswelling of people. Fucking totally take this country back. I think that's the only way we're going to do it. And it's really weird. They'll harass the fuck out of me all day. But like this pilot, just for some weird reason, just kind of came and stood across, right next to me, not far from where I was at. I saw him earlier in the concourse, and all of a sudden he comes and stands right next to me. I mean, what's the odds of that happening? And so they'll fuck with you all day, and they'll screw you over. But I think in their playbook they have to help you a little bit. They can't. They have to. Their playbook somehow they have to balance. They're supposed to balance it out a little bit to give you something back. Maybe that was my give back. Allow me to talk to a pilot. Come park a pilot right next to me. This is how these people operate. You got to understand this targeting business and mind control and what they're doing to people. They got some kind of sick psycho playbook that they operate with. For every bad thing they do to you, they have to balance it a little bit with something good. It's psychopaths at work. Nothing like chemtrails in the morning to make your day. Nothing like chemtrails in the morning. Spray you away. Chemicals. 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 Chem shit everywhere, folks. Chemicals, 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 chemicals. Chem shit land everywhere. Scalar waves going on, the HAARP waves being pulsed through the shit. Look at these HAARP scalar waves. Oh. Horrible. We'll be riding at Jamaica Station, change at Jamaica Transatlantic Terminal, Brooklyn, train to Woodside, Air train to airport and all other destinations. Change the transit, not take tickets in personal belongings, and watch your step when exiting the train. After Jamaica, this is the train to Penn Station, New York, stop at Yard and Forest Hill, then Penn Station. Passengers for Yard and then Forest Hill Station, you must be one of the first 4 cars of the train to the train to Penn Station, Jamaica is next. Just look at all these. Yeah. You want to see HAARP in action? There it is, folks. It's mind control in action too. Like something major's going on here. Here in Jamaica, chemtrails here. It's not quite as bad as Suffolk County where I just came from. I was getting sick. I get nauseous. That's how bad it is. I start to get sick to my stomach. When they're fucking really spraying bad, I get fucking sick. Doesn't seem to be quite as bad here today. Still terrible though.